Welcome to another episode of Meal Prep Monday. I'm your host, Allison Schaaf, and today a little personal update on the goat that showed up at our back door. So I thought this would be a fun episode, given that it's the holidays. I thought I would just keep it light. This is totally off topic to meal prep and meal planning. I'll be back next week and going to get back into that topic, but if you listened to the episode back in November, it was like mid-November, I think it was episode maybe 104. I talked about the fact that we had a goat that just showed up at our back door. My toddler named her Fruit, and we decided to keep her. And so we've never figured out where she came from. Our best guess is still that so our property backs up to a river, and on the other side of the river, there's a big ranch. So my guess is they have a bunch of goats somewhere on that property, and one went missing, and, they didn't really search for her, or even, maybe they didn't put much thought into it and just thought something got the goat, or I don't even know. Maybe they don't count their goats. Who knows? But that's my best guess. I don't think she came from anywhere in our neighborhood because we know all of our neighbors. We've asked everyone, but it was a bit of a mystery why she showed up. Fast forward to like 2 months after she'd been here, we'd created a little pen for her. It's outside, not too far from where I'm sitting right now, which is in my office, which we've kind of made, we have a little corner of our shop, which is kind of like a big garage, which I've turned into my office. And I was sitting here one morning, about kind of mid-morning, actually about this time that I'm recording the podcast. And I'm sitting here, and all of a sudden I thought, wow, like, why is Fruit making all of that noise? This goat had never really made a noise. So I jumped up, put on some shoes, ran outside, and Fruit is standing there staring at me. And I looked down, and right beside her was a little baby goat. I was in shock. I run in, I tell my husband, he comes out. Both of us are in shock. My guess is that she had the baby overnight. We had no clue that she was pregnant. I probably mentioned this in the last episode. It took us a while to even determine that it was a female goat. I kind of quickly had to Google that. And, when she showed up at our house, figure out if it was a boy or a girl. Definitely had no clue that she was pregnant. Although I will say when she first showed up, our then au pair, who was from South Africa and grew up on a farm, she kind of mentioned, she's like, I think it might be a pregnant goat. And I honestly had forgotten that she'd even mentioned that. I really wrote it off. She did not look big to me. I thought she looked kind of thin because some goats are like really big, even when they're not pregnant. I feel like they have big bellies, and I think it might be the breed too. So I think maybe for her breed, she did look pregnant. I just didn't know enough to know that. And we'd never mentioned that again. It really hadn't crossed my mind that she might be. So it was definitely a shock to walk out and find a little baby goat standing right next to her. As you can imagine, I'm sure all of you have seen little, either seen a baby goat or, the videos of them, running around, tripping over themselves, being super cute. So anyway, it has been quite a joy to have this we named him Baby Bean. I actually was able to figure it out. It was a baby boy based on all the research I did to figure out if Fruit was a girl or a boy. And he's been so cute. So Fruit doesn't really let me pet her, but she did right away let me pet the baby. And once or twice we had a rainstorm. So the next morning picked up the baby and dried him off. And she really is okay with us, handling the baby and all of that. And to me, the fact that she randomly showed up at our back door is actually probably not so random. My guess is because she was pregnant, she was looking, wherever she was, she didn't maybe feel safe and secure and was looking for a home to have this baby. So to me, the story makes a lot more sense now that she had this baby. And I just feel very blessed that she would have, chosen us in our home to come and bring this little baby. We are still, I don't remember if I mentioned this episode, I was looking to get her some friends because goats do like company. Now that the baby's getting a little bit older, we are looking into maybe adding to I don't know if it's a herd of goats, adding to the herd so that she has some friends. But right now they kind of keep each other company. And the baby definitely likes attention. He's learned anytime we walk by, he cries so that we come over, and he likes to be chased around and do all the funny things that baby goats do. So that is the update to the to the fruit and story. It's now Fruit and Bean. And they have been so much fun. The boys love them. We've gotten some little toys out there so that the baby can, jump around on some different boxes, or not boxes, but kind of like blocks and things like that, and some stair steps. So that has been a lot of fun for us the past few months. Like I said, next week I will be back with something more on topic, but I feel like and it was probably a week or two after I recorded the episode about fruit that then the baby was born. I'm like, well, I have to do an update now because I feel like the story just makes a little more sense now that there's the baby goat. So that's everything I have for today. If you are listening to this episode wanting something meal prep, meal plan related, you can always head to prepdish.com/MPM. That's short for Meal Prep Monday, and sign up for 2 weeks of Prep Dish meal plans. Give us a try, especially this time of year. If you've been thinking about it and now you're like, maybe I'd really like to give these meal plans a try in the new year, it's a great time. So head there. It's also linked in our show notes. Like I said, I'll be back next week, and it will be a little more on topic. Oh, and I hope you had a happy holiday. I forgot, I'm recording this right before the holidays, but hopefully you enjoyed your time with family, friends, loved ones. Okay, great. Thank you. I will be back next week.